Hey guys, it's your girl Ashy.
Game over.
Can we go out this way? Can we go to the second wing? Best not to leave before meeting up with Taguchi. A promise was made after all. Oh, okay, we're gonna go meet Taguchi now. Okay, cool. What in the kawaii desu oni-chan? Hi Cheeks, how you doing, bro? I'm playing Corpse Party Book of Shadows. We're on chapter 5 right now. And yeah. I went the wrong way. Am I going the right way? Go back, go back. I gotta go back to the exit. Taguchi's not here yet. I guess it probably hasn't been an hour. Okay, well that doesn't help. I don't know. I'm just gonna say 5A because it's the only classroom that's open right now. I mean, maybe we shifted planes and we're like in a different version of the school, but I can't be too sure that that's what that is based on the earthquakes. I won't be playing the third game though. The third game is not the best in terms of design. The hole that was here previously seems to have completely vanished. There's no longer anything preventing you from crossing the hall. Okay, cool. We can finally traverse forward. God, my friggin' screen is so orange. Okay. Oh. Interesting. We got the bathrooms. Check the boys' bathroom first. Then the girls' bathroom. And then we'll just head to the other side of the third floor, I guess. The entrance to the boys' room is quite thoroughly boarded up. It won't be possible to get inside. Don't give it back. Don't give it back! Don't give what back? Oh, there's a body on the floor. Who is that now? It's a half-decomposed body. Based on uniform and height, it seems to be that of a senior high school girl. Her head was thrust into the Japanese-style floor toilet, where she's more than likely drowned. Oh. There's a student ID name tag on her chest. Ribbons Academy Senior High School, Shino Noguchi. There's something under her body. I got it. It looks to be a class logbook. Wow, Rashigi. I'm kind of impressed. I don't think I could bring myself to touch a dead body like that. He's trying to find his friends, so I doubt he'd let something as simple as that stand in his way. Having been lodged under a decaying corpse, the logbook has seen better days. The pages are warped and stained with blood and other fluids. The class designation is 3A. It's still faintly visible on the cover. However, there are sections that seem to have escaped the leaking intact. Which sections should we read? I don't know. I don't know. Let's read everything, I guess. 7/1. Pool opening. Sorry, my throat. There's something in my throat. The pool was finally open today. Everybody put on their bathing suits and went for a swim, after some stretches and such. The water was so cold, everybody was having a really great time together. Until somebody slipped and fell, and hurt himself really badly anyway. Cracked his skull and suffered brain damage. Seems he can't talk like he could before, and can't even feed himself anymore. There are missing letters and numbers all over this page. Many of them seem to have been intentionally erased. 8/2. It's some summer vacation, but I have school today. At least 4 students forgot their disaster hoods. The teachers got really mad at them. after an announcement, we had to go under our desks and we had to move around wearing our disaster hoods, I guess to see how they feel. It's so hot though. Did the principal really have to make such a long speech? 3 minutes. Some people even fainted. Then we had the 2-minute announcement and went back to class. We ate our emergency rations. There were 2 students unaccounted for, so we split up and searched for them. Okay. Today was the memorial service for the 3 children who were murdered. We all sang for Kano, Yoshizawa, and Suji. There were lots of mean comments from parents while the principal was speaking. They told him to go to hell and take responsibility and stuff like that. But if we told our principal to go to hell, our parents would scold us. I think that's everything. It may be best to take this logbook with us. Alright then. Head on out. Those are really creepy stories though. If those are actual stories, then yikes. The hold-up was here previously, seems to have completely vanished. There's no longer anything preventing you from crossing the hall. How is this possible? Wait, huh? No, wait, huh, indeed. I'm very confused. Oh, my face is so red. Immerse in the game, man. The reference room door is locked. There's a body here, though. It don't look good. Oh! Is that her legs? It's a comparatively fresh corpse. Based on the uniform and height, it seems to be that of a junior high school girl. Her limbs are contorted as if she died clinging to the ground like a frightened insect. On further inspection, this seems to be indicative of her injuries, as it looks like someone repeatedly bashed her feet and hands into the floor. Ow. With all this blood, it seems likely that whoever did this to her, well, whoever did this to her did it while she was still alive. How very cruel. Not cool. How very cruel. It looks as if she collapsed here, perhaps with an injured leg or foot. I'd assume she was being pursued, and her legs were crushed as she tried to hobble away. Quite thoroughly too, as the bones are practically liquefied. The attacker then seems to have crushed her arms after the intense pain caused her to stop resisting. Cause of death was shock from loss of blood, perhaps. A pitiable and rather agonizing way to die. I wouldn't be surprised if she soiled herself. That's a weird thing to say. Looking closely at the girl's face, something seemed off. It didn't take long to realize what it was. She had no tongue. Did someone cut it out of her mouth? I've heard that psychopathic murderers do often take mementos of their victims. But why the tongue? What does it symbolize? More to the point, whoever did this is probably still at large. Getting more and more worried about Mayu. I'm getting more and more worried about Mayu. We go in here yet? It's locked and not with a key this time. It seems to be some sort of combination lock. 6 digits by all appearances. Getting this door open won't be an easy task. Okay, so we have to find something that... Okay. Okay, podium. Let me see that wallpaper. You know who it is, stop. As you approach the teacher's podium, strange lettering becomes visible on its surface, almost as if it were embossed into it. Bring back the class logbook you took from the reference room right this instant. There's no telling what's going to happen next. You understand that, don't you? Okay. We have the logbook. Can we just place it in here? I'm confused. Oh, even the name tag is bloody, but it's still legible. Sessho Junior High School, Hiroko Kikumura. Damn, I didn't even pick up a... Let's see if we can figure this out. The first number is... I'm looking at a walkthrough. I cheated, I'm sorry. But I'm gonna just... I think I remember it. So 8... 2... 4... 824. Damn, I don't remember the rest. 3, 2, 2. Bingo! The lock is now disengaged. The door has been successfully unlocked. We don't get those. Oh, this is creepy. This shelf is full of science books for young children, illustrated encyclopedias, biographies of important people, and other educational materials. Book ending one particular gap on the shelf is a ceramic ornament depicting some kind of demon eating the left arm of a naked, headless figure. What a frightening image. It is. It's genuinely disturbing, but well made, I'll admit. Francesco de Goya, Paterno Devorando a Suhijo. I believe it's called Saturn Devouring His Son, though the original was a painting, not a sculpture. You're quite well versed in art history, it seems. Are you in your school's art club or something, Morishige? No, I'm in the drama club. Wow, impressive. How is that impressive? I'll bet he'd have responded in the same way if he'd said I were in the basketball club or the woodwind band too. The room fell into an awkward silence after that. I became acutely aware of my own poor disposition, though I suppose I've never been very good at social interaction in the first place. Me too. I don't believe in wasting smiles on trivial things, and I never quite learned how to lie, even to save face or keep from hurting someone's feelings. So I've heard practice can get pretty rough in the drama club. Is that true? I'm sure there are a lot of variables to consider. Setting the stage, costuming, scripting. Mai was in charge of all of that. I'm just the lead actor. Oh, nice. Being as tall and handsome as you are, I'm sure you must be a big hit. No, not especially. It's not the outward appearance that matters after all, but the acting. Are you planning to try for acting school in the future then? If possible, I'd like to study abroad and apprentice with real actors. Been saving money and focusing on language studies to that end for some time. Oh, very very nice. It's amazing that you've put so much thought into your future plans at this young age. I'm grateful for their platitudes. That is all they are, no? These two can't possibly have any legitimate interest in a word I'm saying. I can't even conceive this of being captivated by the life details of a person I've only just met. But then maybe I'm just overly pragmatic. Shouldn't we be going? Aside from that sculpture, there really doesn't seem to be anything else of note in here. Wait, we should return the logbook while we're here. True, we really didn't need the logbook anymore. The Goya sculpture, on the other hand, was practically calling my name. I reached for it, picked it up, and handed it to Mitsuki, since she had the biggest bag out of all of us. She looked puzzled, but took it anyway. Oh god. Okay, let's see if there's anything else. Probably not. But you know, worth trying, right? It's awfully dark down this way. It's really cold, too. Feels like there's cold water wrapped around my entire body. Continuing down this hall may be dangerous. Both faces were staring directly at me, as if I'd somehow been designated as their de facto leader. So after a moment's thought, I suggested we turn back. I didn't much care either way, but they obviously did, so it seemed the best course of action at the time. Oh, thank God. Crap, I dropped it. Oh, and a part of it broke off. It's not good, is it? No, it's most assuredly not. Abandoned school building or not, it's something that doesn't belong to you. You really are a stickler for the rules, no matter where you are, huh? May I see that for a moment, please? Sure, but why? I think I see something inside it, from where it broke off. Oh, hey, you're right. What is that? Isn't it just the wireframe the sculpture used to hold the object's shape? I don't think so. That's not all that's in there anyway. I know one way to find out. As they say, sometimes the simplest solution really is the best, and if we wanted to see what was inside this thing, there was one surefire method. The Goya sculpture hit the ground with all the force I could muster and shattered into countless pieces. And there, among the wreckage, was a key made of copper. It looked old, but since it had been sealed away from the elements all this time, there wasn't a single trace of rust or corrosion on it. Look, there's a label. Heavenly Host Elementary. So I guess that means it does indeed belong in the school building. Clearly, this was an important item to have found. Now aware that Mitsuki's bag was not the safest place to store things, however, I pocketed it myself. Alright. Well, this is the locked room, so we'll try up there. Okay. It's locked up tight. Maybe the copper key can open this door. With a click, the door unlocked. Okay. What do we have here? There's a chalk picture drawn on the board. It shows a high school girl who was just run over by a steamroller. And at the helm of said steamroller is a young-looking child with a big smile on her face. It's an alcohol lamp. Looks like it's still got a decent wick and plenty of methanol in it too. Aren't these handprints on it though? In blood? I hadn't noticed them at first, but Mitsuki was correct. There were small, bloody handprints on the alcohol lamp. Small enough that they most likely were made by a child, or children. I don't know about you guys, but this lamp gives me the creeps. Still, the more light sources available to us in here, the better. This wasn't something we could leave behind. It was a real stroke of luck that we stumbled upon something so inherently useful. It's some sort of mechanism with a lever attached to it. What a strange-looking device. It's vaguely similar to a movie projector, but clearly not one. The lever won't budge. It may be rusted in place at this point. Okay. So the locker room area was dark, so we'll try there. It's so dark here. We should try taking a light with us, don't you think? I'll try lighting the alcohol lamp then. Light the lamp. That would certainly be a lot brighter than the candle, and should burn longer as well. Here, I've got matches. We found them in the music room earlier. As the wick flared up, the whole hallway was bathed in a warm, blue glow. And somehow, the darkness just seemed to shrink away from it, powerless against this unexpectedly capable opponent. Right, in we go. Yep, I forgot about the body. I definitely forgot about the body. But we did already read that, so... I'm gonna just head out to the pool. Oh my god. Urabe! Hey! Urabe, stay with us, now! Collapsed on the ground was someone both my companions clearly knew. She wore the same uniform as Yamamoto. Both Fukuro and Yamamoto immediately ran to her side and began attempting to ruse and console her. Thank God you're alive. You okay, Urabe? Are you injured at all? What about the others? Toko or Kazami? Do you know if they're alright? Frightened out of her mind, the now conscious schoolgirl slapped away Yamamoto's outstretched hand and shot to her feet. Mitsuki! What's wrong, Urabe? Get a hold of yourself, Emi. It's me, Mitsuki. And Fukuro's here too. No, get your hands off me. I have to run. If I don't, he'll catch me. She darted her head around wildly, surveying her surroundings quickly and frantically like a wide-eyed fawn who'd sensed a predator closing in. What on earth could have happened to her? It was as if her own paranoia had completely drowned out the sounds of her friends and classmates, to such an extent that she didn't even notice them. She was also perceptibly shaking, a lot more than she would from cold rain alone, and her teeth were chattering. Something had truly spooked her. Emmy. We're gonna die. He's gonna kill us. Emmy, wait. It's not safe to be alone in there. We gotta go after her. What did she see, I wonder? She must have come in contact with death itself to react so strongly. Perhaps a murderer on the loose. Maybe I should join them in their chase. But I have no responsibility here. This isn't my fight. Wow. They did accompany me in my search for Mayu, though. So I'd like to do something for them in exchange. Things seem at a disarray right now, and I prefer not to get caught up in their mess. I'll resume the search for Mayu on my own. Solo acts are always suiting me best after all. Christ. He just left them. Oh, I miss you so. More than you know. Tell me where, oh where did you go? Mayu? That was Mayu's voice, I'm certain of it. Mayu, where are you? Mayu, answer me, please. Mayu! Mayu! Look, there's a walkway to another building. Let's go, okay? Nana is probably over there somewhere. My name is Nari Amatoya. I'm a 7th grader in Musashigawa Girls Middle School, class 1-6. Nana is a friend I've had since I was a little girl. Her real name is Nana Ogasawara. Oh, she's dead, my friend. She's dead. She's been with me up until just recently, when we randomly gotten ourselves separated in the halls. I did still have another companion with me, but well, she wasn't really someone I could count on, like at all. Oh, Chihaya. Wait, Nari. My feet are tired. That's how it always was with her. I'd lost count of how many things she'd found to whine about in this place. This was Chihaya Yamase, a fellow member of the drama club, never satisfied, but never willing to do anything about it. Drama fit her to a T. If Nana were here with us, I'm pretty sure she'd give in to Chihaya's whining and insist we take a break. But I'm not Nana, so I won't be guilted so easily. Then have a seat. I'll go on without you. No! But you're too tired to walk, aren't you? I can walk. It really was just like leading a child around. She was so spoiled. She was as spoiled as can be. I truly felt it wasn't possible for any human being to be more spoiled than Chihaya. But it's not like I could really leave her behind, you know? She'd be dead in no time flat. As helpless as she was. Oh. Oh, that's dangerous, you know. The ground is slippery here. You can't just jump into me like that. But the thunder. You know, thunder isn't exactly a rare and mysterious danger or anything. It's certainly nothing to get worked up about. Do you jump and grab onto people's shoulders when it thunders at home or at school too? If Nana's around, it's usually her. So am I supposed to be her proxy then? Nari, are you mad? Not especially. Let's just go, okay? I'm sure you'd rather grab onto the real Nana than settling for a poor substitute like me, right? Seriously? You're just gonna agree with that? That's funny. Other building seems a lot more run down than the other one. My head kinda hurts. I'll give you that one. I guess this is what they mean when they say the air feels heavy. We shouldn't stay here any longer than we have to. I wonder if Nana's really in here. Well, all we can do is look for her. I'm sure she's doing the same right now, so we're bound to run into each other soon. Or late. Sooner or later. How soon do you think? Maybe Nana is already... Again with that crap, just stop, okay? But... Don't cry, damn it. I'm scared too, you know. I told myself that I was going to find Nana in this second building, come hell or high water. Failure was not an option. Alright. A decaying human head has been forcibly crammed into the top left cubby. That's horrible. Hey, seriously, you need to stop shoving. Chihaya seemed almost as if she were trying to hide behind my body from the sight of the severed head, and she wound up pushing me forward in the process. If she didn't want to see it, she could just not look at it. Why did she need to be so grabby? Worse still, she was pushing me right into the shelf, giving me an uncomfortably close view of the head, not to mention the things crawling on it. See, this is why you should keep your hands to yourself. Honestly, am I supposed to be your shield or something? Okay. I think we're in the second hall. Alright, we'll just go to the music room then. That VA was feeling that line, you know? The VAs are kind of killing it. They're doing all the yelling for me. Sorry, I accidentally dropped my pouch on the piano. Please, don't scare me like that. I'm dead now. All I've done since I got here is watch out for her. All I've done is protect her. I wish I hadn't bothered. Because in the end, she died too. Stupid, 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 stupid. I'm going to kill her, even though she's already dead. Kill her, 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 kill her. Give me back my life, goddammit. Wow. Fulfilling words on that piece of paper, might I add. There's a large hole in the floor here, blocking a way through this hall. Great! Okay. I guess we'll go up the stairs. I wonder if Kurosaki is in here. We've got the art room, the reference room, and the girls' room. Let's go to the art room first. The canvas is blank, or it might be anyway. There seems to be a faint, almost imperceptible stain all across it, roughly in the shape of a human torso, but it might just be the lighting. The entire canvas is covered from corner to corner with realistic scale drawings of flies, thousands upon thousands of them. Ew. The inside of the cabinet is blood red throughout, as if someone carefully painted it that way. Actually, wait, isn't that a tube of red paint inside? And it looks unopened. In fact, it looks completely untouched. There's not even the slightest indication that anyone has so much as moved the tub of paint in years. Which means this red colouring must be blood. Nothing in here seems particularly useful. Okay, try the reference room. The dull, gloomy corridor suddenly lit up brightly, for just a moment. And in that moment, something became visible. What's this? There, glinting in the dim light, sat what appeared to be a component from some electronic device. In contrast with everything else in this school, it seemed like a fairly recent item. A decade old at most, but likely much newer. What do you suppose this is? I'm not really sure, but it kinda looks like a battery, maybe. Maybe someone brought in a beefed up phone or a game system in here. Might as well take it with us, I figured. Though if I gave it to Chihaya for safekeeping, it would no doubt wound up on the ground again somewhere, so I decided to just pocket the thing. Okay, not sure what that's for, but I digress. The door to the reference room is frozen in place. Okay. Just try and head for the girls' room. This is a very long chapter. Oh, we've got a note here. Oh, we can't read it. Okay. Oh my god, that scared me. There's no indication of anyone occupying any of these stalls, yet every one of them seems to be locked from the inside. Okay. Okay. It's us. God, we look terrible. But then, we haven't eaten a thing since we got here, and we certainly haven't been able to rest for even a moment. There's an excessive amount of human hair jamming the drain, generating an intermittent sucking noise that makes it sound like it's gasping for air. The stench is indescribable and seems to have attracted thousands upon thousands of tiny bugs that have transformed the white basin into a black mass. Oh. There's an excessive amount of human hair drowning the drain. Okay, so it's the same all over. That's fair enough. I guess we're going up again. No, we're not. We're going down. Damn. On the other side of the hole, there was now a man collapsed on the ground, but I couldn't see any obvious wounds on him, but he wasn't moving at all. It was hard to ascertain details in this dim light, but he seemed to be a bit too big to be a middle schooler or a high schooler. He wasn't wearing a uniform. Who is that? Seems a bit too old to be a student. Is he dead? I don't know. Are you alright? Are you injured, maybe? Still no response. Maybe we should chuck something over there. Maybe that would be a bad idea. Nari, look. This was lying on the floor over there. A camera? Wonder if it's his. Is this Taguchi? It was a fairly expensive looking DV camcorder, and a well-worn one, at that, with dings and chips all over it. Nonetheless, it looked like it probably still worked. What's going on? What is it this time? Oh god. Mayu, what have you gotten yourself off to? Mayu, I swear I heard your voice just a moment ago. You can't be far. You were singing about missing me. Are you okay? Have you been injured? Are you afraid? Are you lonely? Damn it. Taguchi, what the hell is keeping you? It's been well over an hour. I'm waiting here to exchange information with you when I could be out searching. Damn it. God damn it. Why has it come to this? Oh, Mayu. I don't care about anyone else. I just want you to be safe. Just you and I'll be happy. How are you looking at? In my agitated state, I kicked a pair of hallway slippers that was sitting on the ground nearby, and they flew right into the dead girl's face. That's so mean. What are you doing sitting in a place like that anyway? You're dead. You're not worthy of such an honored seat. You're an eyesore. What's that look? You think I'm strange? What gives you the right? You goddamn stiff. I grabbed her jaw and began shaking it around, and was a bit startled by the sensation. It felt just like I was touching living flesh. Except this person was very, very cold. Cold as a statue. A statue covered in skin and muscle, but a statue nonetheless. What am I doing? I lost my mind? Why else would I be venting my anger at a dead body? I'm terribly sorry. I see now that your eyes have been sliced up, so you weren't really looking at anything, were you? What's wrong? Cat got your tongue? If I'd asked you this a few days ago, I've no doubt you've been able to voice your objections and slap me right in the face, Miss Ariza Kaida. Pity. Get it together, Sakutaro. If you keep this up, you'll never find Mayu. Besides, this poor girl is an unfortunate victim. She's done nothing wrong. Want to know a secret, Kaida? You're quite the looker right now. But you're just gonna rot from here on out. Just rot and rot. What is he talking about? You'll rot until your flesh gets all soft and mushy like soup. Your skin starts to stretch and sag, and your eyeballs spill out of your head like raw eggs. Oh. The smell you produce will be fouler than any toilet, and every part of you, your face, your mouth, your bowels will become maggot chow. But before that happens, yes, let's preserve that beautiful form of yours, shall we? I flipped my cell phone back on and switched it to camera mode, centering the lens on the lovely Miss Kaida. Her slashed and broken gaze was focused ahead of her, at a downward-facing angle, yet in contrast to these injuries, she wore a peaceful expression on her face. Almost as if she were posing for me, just waiting for me to hit that shutter button. What a lovely visage. This'll make a splendid picture. Superb. Have you ever heard of a French film called Un Chien Andalou? You remind me so much of it right now. Might I take another? He's so creepy. You may just be more charming now than you were when you were alive. Yes, I think you must be. I mean, look at that face. The line formed by those stiffened cheekbones. I'm sorry, but it's so erotic. What? Those cuts on your wrist. What is he talking about? I tried poking her wound with my finger and heard a moist, squishy sound as my fingertip was swallowed up. Oh. She'd gone cold, but I guess there was still some blood left in her. Either that or decomposition was already well underway. I pushed farther in, digging my finger through the gaps between our muscles until it struck something smooth and hard. I've struck bone. This viscous chill belies the steadfast strength of the marrow within. It's almost sensual. As I drew my face into her forehead, a few particles of perfume scented the foul odor of sweat and sebum that had heretofore been assaulting my nostrils. Sealed in a place like this, unable to even wash your hair, but you still found the time and energy to groom. How delightful. And yet, the smell of death and blood suits you so much better. So much better. Oh my god. What the hell? What have I been doing? Why have I been taking pictures of corpses? I suppose they do say stress is a real killer in situations like this. So anything I can do to relieve my built-up stress isn't so bad. Yes, it's all just happenstance. There happen to be corpses in here, so I... Come to think of it, Gucci was taking footage of all the corpses in here too, and he said he was doing it so he could file a police report. 1 hour has long since come and gone. Perhaps it's time I search for him as well. It's entirely possible that he's met with Mayu and is accompanying her, after all, in which case standing around here will accomplish nothing. Oh, Jesus. Amidst the darkness of the corridors, I spotted human figures, living ones this time. 2 of them. Both female and both much younger than I. I approached them without making noise or saying a single word to announce myself. What is it this time? Junior high, I'd guess. Maybe 12 or 13 years old. One was clearly much more fear-prone than the other as she wrapped herself around her companion's arm and was actively trying to hide behind her. She was looking up in my general direction, but with the lighting as dim as it was, I had no idea whether or not she could see me. And while finding survivors in the land of the dead was a rare occurrence indeed, my focus was squarely on the man sprawled out further down the hall. He was unconscious, possibly worse, and an uncrossable gap separated us, but I definitely recognized him. It was Taguchi. Is Mr. Taguchi dead? Was I concerned about him? Did I feel for him? Honestly, no. I felt nothing whatsoever at that moment. I was simply asking because I was curious. I'm normally calm and stoic, sure, but this seemed cold even by my standards. Did I really not care one way or another if he were dead? Hey, you know that guy? Not really. But you just said a name, didn't you? Here, I think this belongs to him. Give it a look. The girl handed me a beat-up DV camera, no doubt about it. This was the same one Taguchi had been looking into when I met him earlier. I took it without a word and immediately tried to turn it on, but to no avail, it had no power. Battery's dead. Doesn't seem like it would be of much use anymore. I think we found its battery pack on the ground too. Here, try it out. Okay. Well, is it a problem? Okay, he says. What kind of social reject accepts a stranger's kindness like that? Not that I need thanks or anything, but still. Nari! Don't worry, he's not even listening. I placed the battery pack into the DV camera and immediately saw the red power light pop on. Still fully functional by all appearances. Now, I can check over the footage he's collected. What are you two doing here? Huh? Well... We're looking for our friends Nana Ogasawara and Hikari Kirigami, fellow students from Musashigawa Junior High School, and some others from senior high. My name's Nari Amatoya and this is Chihaya Yamase. I see. Middle schoolers then. The littler of you two reminds me of Machida's sister. Huh? I have no idea what you're talking about. You're a senior high student, right? I'm looking for someone too. Her name is Mayu Suzumoto. Have either of you seen her? You know, it's proper manners to introduce yourself before you start asking questions. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I'm Sakutaro Moshigi, an 11th grader at Kisaragi Academy High School. Back to my question. Have either of you seen Mayu? I have a picture of her here. I flipped over Maya's student ID to flip its photo page, but it was as if I was a sheriff flashing my badge. But the responses from these two were not encouraging. They exchanged a quick glance with one another, then shook their heads. I don't think either of us have seen her. No. I see. That's alright. There may be some clue as to her whereabouts in this camera. I rewound the tape a bit and put the camera in the playback mode. Immediately, horrifying imagery began displaying on the device's tiny LCD screen. Audio was irrelevant. It seemed like the only sounds on the tape were Taguchi's ragged breathing and footsteps, and his occasional self-mutterings. 90% of the video footage consisted of dead bodies, while the remaining 10% was mostly just the camera autofocusing in the dim light. Each body was shot from a variety of different angles, so their causes of death could be easily determined. I guess he was really planning on showing this to the police. What the hell is this? It's nothing but dead bodies. Get it away! I don't want to see that! The two nosy girls were peeking in on the video's contents over my shoulder, and neither seemed certain quite how to react. Amazing. He really did a nice job with these. He's so gross. So many bodies I haven't seen yet. So many. They're like Shahil paintings. They're so beautiful. Still, his technique could be better. He does little to catch the viewer's eye. There's too much restraint, too much distance. If it were me... Nari? Okay. What's the matter? Why exactly are you laughing? Laughing? Am I laughing? Yes, you're smiling and laughing, like you're having a grand old time. Well, that's rather odd, isn't it? Nari, let's... Okay, I'm sorry, but we have to be going now. Going? Where exactly? We were in the middle of searching for our friends. What's your rush? Maybe it's something I can do to help. Quite alright, we'll handle it on our own. Goodbye now. I think there must have been a misunderstanding. Maybe they thought I was some kind of pervert. Well, that's fine by me. It'd be a pain in the ass to change their minds anyway. Besides, that was a rather fascinating reaction. I think I'll leave the camera here. It's Taguchi's eyes after all. No one else could possibly feel what he felt from anything he caught on it. I want to keep taking in these surroundings with my own eyes, to keep feeling what the school has to offer, in my own personal way. I want my own collection. Or I suppose, I just want to process the dead. Possess the dead. I want to make them mine. Oh my god. What am I thinking? I should be searching for Mayu right now. These photos are just for stress relief. If I lost myself to despair before finding Mayu, she could be gone forever, and I mustn't let that happen. Yes, this is all just one step in the long process of finding her, and I certainly can't be mixing up a single step with my end goal. But I want to see more. Taguchi is completely motionless. It's impossible to tell from here if he's dead, though, or simply unconscious. Another earthquake? After bracing myself for an indeterminate amount of time, the earthquake has finally subsided. There's a candle shimmering here, along with a note. Whatever you do, don't look behind you. What happens if I do? Should I do it? Go on then. Morishige! Yamamoto? Where's Fukuroi? I don't know. He was with me until a short while ago, but then we found ourselves running from a man with an axe, I think, and we got separated. I see. That's rather worrisome. I hope he's alright. How about you? You're not hurt, are you? I'm fine. This isn't my blood. This school is even more dangerous than I thought. Whoever that man is, I'm certain he's been going around killing anyone who gets lost in here. I haven't encountered him personally, so I couldn't say. I'm scared. If I'm by myself, he'll find me. Shall I accompany you then? Are you sure? Yeah, I don't mind. Thank you. Yamamoto, overcome with relief, suddenly grabbed a hold of me. Hey. Sorry. You have a girlfriend already, right? Suzumoto? I think you said her name was. We're not like that. She's like a little sister to me, I guess. I'll bet life would be a whole lot less boring if I had a big brother like you. I won't be so sure about that. People always seem to regard me as a boring human being, especially people of this generation. It's really gotten dark in here. Yamamoto? Hang on just a sec. I've got a light. What an unnerving hallway. It's much darker than the others, but then I suppose there was one just like it in the main building. It's not just dark, but cold too. Yeah, we should head back. I think we may be in danger if we keep going. But the way back is gone. Damn. Yamamoto, do you still have that alcohol lamp? Sorry, that didn't quite make it, but I've got plenty of candles. Candles won't be enough. Well look, there's a room. Let's see what's inside, okay? Wait, might not be safe. We should proceed with the utmost Oh my god. Sorry, I didn't hurt you, did I? I'm just fine. Please don't misunderstand. I didn't mean to. Never mind that. Let's say we have a little chat. What do you... Don't you like me, Shig? Huh? Who are you? Who do you think I am, Shig? Cut it out! Don't call me that. I tried to pick myself up off the floor, but she grabbed me tightly by the wrists. Let me go! How do you know about me? About Mayu? I struggled with all my might, and in the process, I inadvertently slapped Yamamoto, or whoever this was, square in the face. Ow! How dare you raise your hand to a girl, Shig? Oh god, the skin from Yamamoto's face began peeling back, and a little girl's face burst out from within, covered in blood and muscle tissue. Oh! I don't even know how it's possible, but black hairs burst out from Yamamoto's suit next, spreading across the ground like a black wing unfurling. Immediately, a musty smell began permeating in the air, and I became aware of all the body parts around me. Hands, feet, entrails, and a veritable lake of blood. You were always her. What did you do to Mayu? Now what did I do to her? I remember she wouldn't shut up. She kept chirping. Shig, 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 like a Japanese sparrow. A Suzume, if you will. But she's not chirping anymore. Want to see it for yourself? No, that can't be. I've been watching you, you know. I like you. You've got promise. People like you show up from time to time. Freaks of nature who have a real affinity for this place. What are you trying to say? What the hell are you planning to do with me? You scared? That's understandable. But the thing is, I get you. You're not afraid of people dying. You're just afraid of you dying. Let go of me. Sure, I'll let you go. And when I do, I want you to walk over to that door. Let the school guide your way. It's where you'll find the person you've been looking for all this time. Sig, don't look at me. Not the way I am now. Mayu, I'm quite looking forward to your reaction. But if it's boring, I'll kill you. True to her word, the girl let go of my wrists. Jesus. Her body then began sinking into the floor, little by little, until there was nothing left of it. Mitsuki's dead then. Yikes. It's as if she was lying along the shore as a tide came in and slowly rose above her body. Or maybe the school just swallowed her up. The only things that remained of her were Yamamoto's school uniform and that face mask made from her skin. Is this a dream? Or have I just completely lost it at this point? Either way, I need to see Mayu. She's alive. She has to be. Mayu, I'm coming for you. God. Oh, is that a wrong end? God damn it. This is why you don't not listen to spirits. How many wrong ends are in this chapter? God. Don't look back. Eek! Stay back! What's wrong? Where's Fukui? I told you to stay back. You're in a league with him, aren't you? You seem confused. What happened, Yamamoto? Ow! Don't touch me. There's blood on your hands. You really are. You really are. You're mistaken. This is from examining a dead body earlier. It's just as I thought, then. How can you be so cavalier about touching corpses? You're not right. There's no getting through to her in this state, it seems. I won't be fooled. I won't be taken in by your lies anymore. Yikes. She's certainly in a mood. Living humans are so irredeemably noisy. People need to understand the value of silence. Yamamoto? Gone already, is she? What is going on? I should find some place to collect myself. That's right. I can always go back there. I almost forgot about taping that production of The Barber of Seville. I have to make sure I get home in time. And here I was again. I pressed the button on my phone to shut off the second alarm I'd set. If this time display were accurate, then there was no chance of making it home in time to record the show for Mayu. I'll have to apologize to her later. I slid my finger naturally, almost automatically, from shutting off the alarm to opening my folder of saved photos. There was no sound in the room other than the tone of my button presses, and virtually no light other than which shone from my LCD screen. Or so it seemed, anyway. Yet this was my rock. In this place I could truly relax. Here and here alone, I felt at peace. The air was filled with an overpowering aroma of blood and entrails. It would be enough to make most people vomit, but for me, it was a smell to savour. I'd even describe it as comforting. Perhaps it's because it reminded me that I was in her presence. She, who decorated the wall like a flower in full bloom, when I sat across from her, I felt more at ease than I can possibly convey in words. You're looking at Mayu, you sicko! It was as if she'd always be here for me, as if she were waiting for me. And sure enough, whenever I felt weary or needed to respite, the door to this infirmary would always be open for me, despite its tendency to the contrary. Each time it did, though, I would always be drawn in as if the room was swallowing me up, and my eyes would always happen upon this offering first. This girl upon the wall, slowly drying and slowly rotting, would always be there to greet me, and never once did I tire of the sight. I've sure taken a lot. So many photos of the dead. I'd begun talking to myself, or maybe I was talking to her. Within my phone's memory were stored of some man's most sensual, most voluptuous objects d'art, and she was the tip of the brush, the grand prelude. I'd amassed a whole other building's worth of beautiful sculptures to admire now too. I was thrilled to bursting. This is the one. This was the sculpture known as Mitsuki Yamamoto in life, but in death she was my property, one of my many pieces of found art. Those spirited eyes, now dull and clammy, those lips that spoke such harsh words, now stained with blood, her abdomen shredded, her innards exposed. So alluring, so captivating was she now. Sometimes destroying that which is beautiful only serves to make it more beautiful. And truly, this was the proof. Still, it is a shame. It was a shame that I could only gaze upon these gorgeous works of art within these school grounds. Before returning home with Mayu, I'd need to erase every one of these photographs from my phone. It seemed like such a waste. The world in which I once dwelled in was far too narrow-minded to accept these masterpieces. It was often a hard place to call home. But as long as I had Mayu with me, I could endure. And to the end, this folder was an obstacle, a detriment, a hurdle to overcome before I could rejoin the world of the living. I needed to delete it, to put it all behind me. Well, I'm sure it'll be fine. If I do it after I get back. Wow. He still doesn't know that it's her. Still? Jesus. Oh wow, we got a lot of soulful testimonies as well. That was chapter 5. Very grotesque chapter, but chapter 5. I believe the next one is Maya, then there's Tooth, which I think is going to be about Kazami, if I remember the last, it was like the last bonus chapter of the first game. So another chapter done.